Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Mirage 4000 on the dev server. But before I get into the video, I just want to say if you guys do enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. It'll help me out a ton. But now back to talking about the Mirage 4000. So this will be coming to the French Air Tree. Currently it is at battle rating 12.0. Of course it's rank 8. And real quick, I will be looking at modifications here. So first, I believe you start off with, you can get 2 magics stock, and then of course you can carry drop tanks, and I believe yeah, so you can get flares stock, of course. You have to carry these pods. There's no flares or chaff that are attached to the aircraft, so you just carry them here. The only thing they would intersect with are these bombs here, but that's not a big deal. Fortunately, it doesn't, coincide with any missiles on this pylon. So you can create a loadout with these pods, the drop tanks, and then 2 missiles as your basically stock loadout. And then, unfortunately, I haven't been able to grind this out yet. I just didn't have any time. But, of course, you probably want to go for the flares and chaff, so you can get chaff. And then after that, you can go down here and get the rest of your magics. Now, you can have a total of 8 magics, so you can have like this loadout here with the drop tanks, which have 2 magics on them, so you can have both, and you don't have to worry about that. Now, I believe these drop tanks should drop, like if you have the missile still on here, the drop tank shouldn't drop, I believe, until you fire them both missiles. Now, these drop tanks are currently incorrect. They're only 500 liters when I believe they should be 2,500 liters. Take a look at them. They're very big. And if you didn't already know, the Mirage 4000 is quite big. It's bigger than the Mirage, quite a bit bigger than the Mirage 2000. It does have 2 engines here. Take a look at those. Those have, well, after burning, they have at least stock 9,300 newtons of force. You got the radar here, which has, of course, IFF, which pretty much everything should have now. TWS, ACM, sorry, it's all that stuff. Take a look at the RWR. You can see through E to J. It's a pretty decent RWR, not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. It's pretty decent. So again, if we take a look at these modifications one last time, it does carry quite a bit of air-to-ground ordnance, so if you're looking for something to take into your top-tier ground lineup for France, then this would be a good option. You can take up to 4 Nords, and you should be able to take these 2 laser-guided bombs as well. So then you can have up to, it should be 6 ground kills, and then you can also take 2 magics on the wingtips as well as the countermeasures. So this will be a pretty good air-to-ground platform for France. And if I'm going to go ahead and take this into a test flight for you, just to show you how it performs. So while we're sitting on the runway real quick, I'll just walk you through the radar mode. So there's a search, pull, stop, head on. There is, of course, these different, so you have the radar presets, 120 by 10, you have 60 by 10, and then 30 by 5. And then the range presets start at 37, 93, 183, up to 370 you can search. And then 19, if we go all the way up, I believe 93, or actually quite a bit more than that. It should be around, it looks around 160 kilometers you can lock at. And then if you go for the other modes, you have TWS head-on, pull stop or velocity head-on, and then just regular search mode. So we go ahead and take off here. You're going to see we have quite a good thrust to weight ratio, and this is going to be able to probably be the best dogfighter at top tier. And I did take the minimum fuel, which I believe the current highest fuel load you can have in this thing is 20 minutes, though that should be higher. I believe they're still changing stuff. They did just update the Mirage 2000 the other day, or I'm sorry, the Mirage 4000, so they're still changing stuff. As you can see, I'm turning pretty well here, pulling pretty high angle of attack, and pretty much, and of course I'm still losing speed because this is a delta wing. But if you get this thing spaded, you're gonna do pretty well. And of course, it has extremely good acceleration, so if you just pop into a straight line real quick, you'll be able to get your speed back up real fast. And of course, you see those slats. You turn around way better. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't have like a helmet mount display or anything, so you can't use your mouse or looking around to point the missile. Um, but they're still pretty good since their magic shoes were buffed a little while ago. Of course, you can pull quite a bit ahead to give them, they're already decent. They can already pull fairly hard, but then you can, of course, give them a bit of an edge to pull. Well, not harder, but you can aim them a little bit ahead, so they don't need to pull as hard. And of course, we see these mini canards that don't turn anything, but they're there. See what I can do. Do go quite fast in the Mirage 4000, but I'll be turning around a little bit here, and you can do some, you can pull pretty hard, and you can outrate quite a lot of things. And of course, you just see how fast I'm turning here. Though you do, again, do a lot of speed, but this you should definitely be able to defeat most things, if not pretty much everything in a dogfight. Now, I'm going to go back to the hangar and give you my final few thoughts, and I'll see you back there. So, overall, I think the Mirage 4000 is going to be a pretty good plane, especially if you take the 8 magics, and you'll also be able to take one 530F down in the center line, right here. You could take one out here and one here, but then you'd be sacrificing your drop tanks and these 2 magics. So I would definitely go for just the one in the center. The 530F already isn't very good. If they were 530Ds, I might want to take some out here. But again, then you're losing the drop tanks. So there's a potential that the Mirage 4000 will get 530D in the future. But I'm kind of doubting it based on this version. Probably isn't able to guide 530D, which is really unfortunate. But again, this will still be a very good dogfighter, especially with 8 magics that you can throw around. And also the air to ground ability is great for ground battles if you want to take this in as CAS. But overall, I think it's going to be a pretty good plane. The Mars 2000 might be a little better at stuff, just in the fact that it can have the 530D, so it can be a little bit of BVR. But the 4000 is definitely be a better dogfighter and a better air-to-ground platform. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and check out any of my other videos. I have a bunch of others that I've already put out on the dev server, and I should have a few more after this as well.